Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and we will make some basic conclusions on the basis of the recent events. And the listeners to this channel know that topics related to the military stuff are one of my favorites, and the conclusions as of now with respect to currently ongoing conflict can be as follows: that despite the fact geographically speaking, Western countries transferred because of the greed a lot of their industry to other poorer countries. They didn't do it with respect to their military industry, like US, like Germany, like France, and UK, and so on. And we see that despite these problems, what I already mentioned, that a large part of the Western industry had been transferred to Asia and to other regions of the world, military industry of the West, in terms of technological capacities, still preserves superiority with respect to the equipment of the so-called BRICS countries. Recent attacks in Russia prove it. Also, the tricks Israeli commando used with respect to the leaders of Hamas prove it, and so on and so on. So it's still fact that in case of the conflict between countries like BRICS and the Western countries, geographically speaking, still there is a technological slight superiority of so-called Western countries. And we cannot deny it, but if we go to the, as we see on the fields of Ukraine, for instance, but if we go to conventional war that is using equipment in which both sides are more or less equally advanced, I mean BRIC side and so-called geographically speaking Western side, we are quickly getting stuck within the trench war, another version of the trench war, which is actually not good, because as I mentioned some time ago when I was analyzing this problem, Russia and China, what they have, we know, but they preserve their own steel industry and other heavy industries. So for conventional type of war, this type of war, which is the most demanding with respect to human sacrifices and equipment sacrifices, they have still advantage with respect to Western countries, and this is the most tricky part, because with respect to more sophisticated approaches and more, I would say, more intelligent attacks, they are still not yet there as the Western powers, but with respect to conventional warfare, they still have advantage. They have never used it. They haven't used it yet on the full scale, but hell knows what future will bring. This is very interesting to observe this arm race between these two blocks. We will see how it will develop, but for sure, one can say that in case of the more sophisticated, more precise equipment, well, so-called geographically speaking West still has advantage, but with respect to conventional weaponry, which we see more often on the battlefields, advantage goes to the BRICS countries. And how will it end up? Let's see. But we are living in interesting times. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.